Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. So this weekend we celebrated my little granddaughter's 5th birthday, and one of the gifts that I gave her was a piggy bank, because I believe teaching children about money really does matter. And teaching them at a young age is even more important because it's an integral part of our daily lives. And planting those seeds right now is important as, whether they're still riding their scooters or swinging on monkey bars or coloring with crayons, it doesn't matter. Even at this early age, it's important to introduce them to the concepts of earning money, saving money, spending, and managing their money wisely so that they can understand what the dollar really is. And it will also help to shape good financial habits later on so they can make smarter financial decisions as they grow. So instilling positive habits at this early age teaches them financial responsibility. It helps build confidence that leads to better decisions, and it helps them prevent those common mistakes that happen later on, or could possibly happen, and that's credit card debt, or having no budget, or having difficulty managing their finances. So too often parents avoid teaching their kids about money because they think their kids are just too young, they won't understand, so they assume that their kids will just kind of magically or automatically learn how to manage their money as they get older. So this is a big mistake, because when left to learn about money on their own, they'll pick up habits, some good, some bad, from their friends, from social media, and some by just trial and error. So they will also learn by observing their parents. And in some cases, without even knowing it, those parents might be passing down their own bad money habits, perpetuating that cycle of stress, financial stress, and then resulting from their own lack of financial education, living paycheck to paycheck. So it is critical that this cycle is broken and that it's done by teaching our kids at an early age to have good money habits. So the bottom line is that kids need to learn about money starting early on. And if parents avoid these questions and these conversations, they deprive their kids of some of the essentials, life skills impacting their financial future, their success, and also their financial stability. So teaching kids about money is not that hard. So it's just keeping it simple, keeping it practical, interactive, and also fun. So teaching them the basics in an age-appropriate way. One of the most effective ways is to teach them through real-life examples and through hands-on activities. And the key is to start early, to be consistent, and to make sure to make it fun. So a few age-appropriate money lessons to learn. So ages 3 to 7, the piggy bank and just play money. So kids as early as 3 can actually identify coins and understand that there's some value to that coin. And then you introduce concepts of savings with the piggy bank, encouraging them to save money, save their change, let them see how it all adds up over time. And then that play store, so many of us have little play stores in our kitchens or whatever for the kids, let them practice making choices and making purchases and counting change and pretending that they're in a store or a restaurant. And then ages 8 through 12, let kids actually earn a regular allowance for doing some chores around the house. And this teaches them just about earning, also about budgeting, savings, and just responsible spending. It helps them to learn to set savings goals for something that they may want or need. And then for the 8-year-old to 12-year-olds, you can also do a grocery game in the actual grocery store. Give them a budget, let them make some choices on their own and see how they do. And then ages 13 through 18, where money really becomes much more important to them, introduce them to a savings account and how interest works, compounding interest, And if you give them a debit card, link it to their account so that they can start to handle that card responsibly. So include them in your family discussions about household bills like mortgage, rent, electric, water, whatever it is, groceries. It teaches them about what the cost of true daily living is. And then 18 through adult, this is when it really matters because they're probably making a little bit of money. And what do they do with it? So explain how credit works. So it could be student loans, car loans, mortgages, and explain the importance of maintaining a good credit score, and teach them about compounding interest and the importance of saving and investing. So there are some fun family activities to teach your kids about money. One is entrepreneurship, so the typical lemonade stand or doing arts and crafts and selling them on the beach boardwalk, whatever it is. But that helps them learn about earning money, what expenses are, and then what their profits might be. And then board games. Monopoly is a perfect example of teaching kids about buying and selling real estate. And then grocery shopping, a real hands-on example, teaches them to make decisions wisely, to make comparisons, price comparisons, and also trying to stay within a budget. And then, of course, cost savings with the coupon. Then many parents are challenged today. One of the big challenges that parents and grandparents face is how to raise a grateful, respectful, responsible, non-entitled child. Now, it sounds like a mouthful, but it's all the same. While a certain degree of good spoiling is okay, especially as a grandparent, too much of anything, too many toys, too many clothes, gadgets, electronics, it's all so overwhelming and can actually have negative consequences. So an example, too many toys can lead to overstimulation and decision fatigue, lack of focus, and diminished creativity. Over the weekend, my little granddaughter, she did receive quite a few gifts, but when I was at their house just a little while ago, I realized that their parents had already put many of those toys away, so they'll distribute them over a period of time, which I think is brilliant because then she's not going to be overstimulated by having too much. So toys are meant to enrich and teach children, and an overabundance can actually have the exact opposite effect. So kids thrive on fewer toys. It's where less is more, and they benefit from the simplicity of it. So how do you find that balance? And finding that balance is important because you want to provide your kids with what they need and some of the things that they want, but don't give them too much, and help them learn to appreciate what they have so that they don't feel entitled. So the important thing is to set limits, to be clear, and stick to them. And then to say no to the kids more often than not. Teach them about delayed gratification rather than instant gratification, and have them do chores to earn money so they learn to respect the dollar, and then teach them to care for their things. And so respect and care for the things that they have versus wanting something brand new. So, and then when you opt to buy fewer things instead, you spend more time with the kids and more experiences. And those experiences are those things that will last a lifetime. So I hope this helps. And I know there's a lot of grandparents out there that struggle with this as well.